It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond, and welcome to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time to meet Team 219. Tom Crawford, my longtime radio partner, Bluebelly Tom. He's our Tuesday in studio and Thursday remotes co-host of The Drive with Jack, the Team 92.1 FM, and drivewithjack.com. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. I had a great weekend. I got to sit next to this guy at the Michigan-Indiana game. He basically came down there to gloat. That's what he came down.
Wait, how do you gloat watching a basketball game?
You're down there just pushing your Michigan State swag, wearing a Spartan medallion on press row at Chrysler Arena. Something's wrong with that, my friend.
Are you excited about the Outback Bowl and opportunity to beat USC for a change?
I want a bowl victory. I don't care if they're playing Louisiana Monroe. I want Harbaugh to get a bowl victory and roll that into winter conditioning and spring ball.
Rico Beard's the one who said Michigan would lose 5 times. He could be right, Tom.
He could be wrong, too.
I'll probably be right.
He's going to tell you first time for everything. Rico Beard is with us, and he is Specs Howard broadcast instructor, recruiting insider, and he is host of the Spartan Beat, weeknights from 6 to 7 on the Team 92.1. Rico, how are you?
I'm good. I guess I was done gloating yesterday, and then I got to watch Michigan State with a 29-point victory, only to have Izzo say, I'm just not happy with this team. So life is good. That's called Spartan problem.
Okay.
Was that a better performance than the one you saw from Michigan yesterday at Chrysler Center?
You know what? I don't know.
He spent most of his time texting.
It was because it was a boring game.
Alley-oop.
These were two bad teams. Jack, I told you what it was like. I don't know if I can say it on TV, but it was like watching two 16-year-olds on their first date in the backseat of a car.
Oh, he's brutal.
I also want to welcome first-timer, but a guy who should have been here from the get-go, Larry Lage, Michigan Associated Press sports editor, a guy who covers the Lions, the Red Wings, Michigan football, Michigan State basketball, everything else there is to cover in the state, and a guy who knows this rivalry in a way that few ever could, Larry.
And added UFC to my mix last night. I feel like I was just at Little Caesars Arena watching people, men and women, including a local, beating the heck out of each other.
It's official.
Amazing.
Just left Breslin Center, saw Michigan State take care of Nebraska. And
Tom Izzo just was so upset with the nearly 30-point victory.
He was. That's just so funny.
That's why he's good.
Hey, they only had 6 turnovers. How often does that happen? But
Nearly 2 years.
I like
coaches
10 miles.
against perfection now. That's what happens where Michigan State is in college basketball. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about the college football playoff. Who's in? Who's out? Was it right? Was it wrong? We'll be right back here on Press Pass on Fox 47.
You were born to travel, born to rock, born to piggyback. And you don't want anything stopping you from doing what you love. So if you're looking to give your immune system extra support, only Airborne Plus Beta Immune Booster is made with a crafted blend of vitamins and minerals, plus an added ingredient proven to boost your natural defenses. Keep doing what you were born to do. Airborne Plus Beta Immune Booster.
Introducing the all-new heated cab for the John Deere 1R tractor. Simply cab-tivating.
Green Fever is going on now at D&G Equipment in Mason, Williamston, Highland, Howell, Corunna, and Charlotte.
It's time to get in the driver's seat with an auto loan from MSU Federal Credit Union. We offer flexible terms and great low rates with no application fees and no prepayment penalties. Visit msufcu.org today.
With the David Chapman Agency, auto owners' insurance policies come with something extra. Local agents who care about you. Our agents will help you find the right coverage at the best price. 3 generations serving you at the David Chapman Agency, your local auto owners' insurance agents.
Catch all the savings and excitement during Capital Honda's Savings Rush, now at Capital Honda.
Team spirit. Face paint.
more cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemus.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for The Big Picture, brought to you by Dean Trailways. With trips for every season, Dean takes care of the details so you can enjoy the experience, including daily casino runs and great getaways to northern Michigan and Chicago. Doug Warren and I took a Dean luxury cruiser to Chicago, joined 27 pro football greats and more than 100 supporters of the Shinsky Orphanage in Matamoros, not far from landfall for Hurricane Harvey.
You know, I think this team deserves the opportunity to get in the playoff by what they've been able to accomplish and what they've been able to do. Certainly not maybe in this game, but I think the team we play tonight is a very good football team and probably one of the best teams in the country.
You can't look backward, you look forward, and I love our players. I love the fact that they had a job to do and stay focused and go win the game. I've always admired people that have a job to do. You know, USC had a job to do. They won their championship, and they did. We had a job to do in Indianapolis. We did it, and the College Football Playoff Committee had a job to do, and they did it. So you respect it, move forward, and keep swinging. And the most important thing is find a way to go win this next game for our seniors and show our appreciation for them because they were phenomenal this year.
Alabama coach Nick Saban doing a little politicking before the announcement, and Urban Meyer afterward giving the committee its due, saying, hey, everyone has a job. Rico Beard, you said this committee would never pass on a Big Ten champion and put 2 teams from one conference in. That's exactly what happened. And Ohio State, which got in the same way last year, not playing in a conference championship game, now got left out for winning one.
Yeah, you know what? I can't feel bad because Ohio State they can't complain because they stole it from Penn State last year. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen and Alabama would get left out because, you know, I'm a proponent. I want playoff expansion.
Yeah.
I want at least 6 or 8 games, teams in there. Did they get it right? I don't know. We'll find out later. But I do think what you did was tell everybody that all the criteria that we gave and we handed out, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. It's just how we feel at the end. If we like these teams, Alabama had a path to the playoffs. They started off high and they never dropped, which basically means this committee believed that Alabama should be in at all costs, and when they got an opportunity, they put them in. I would have liked to seen the actual vote, because when you got 3 people recused, that's another problem that I have, and I know we got a quick segment. Change that committee. Give me division.
Well, they do have some new people on it.
No, give me Division II people so no one ever has to sit out. No one ever has to sit out.
No recusals.
All 13 people can vote because you have no conference allegiance.
I think we're going to have Herb Duramity on the Driver Jack tomorrow. So, Larry.
Point Rico, I like that.
You like that one?
Yeah. Is there a scoreboard up here somewhere?
There is in his mind, believe me.
Ding.
We talk about what the committee's charge is. It is to pick the 4 best teams. Something tells me Alabama must be one of the 4 best teams because the Vegas odds of teams to win the playoff, Alabama is favored to win it.
What is one of the most common phrases that we use together over the last 20 years?
How many you have? I mean, there's a million of them, right?
Get out of my head.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking.
Ask the people in Vegas whose money is at stake, who are the best 4 teams. And if you don't think that the 4 best teams are the 4 best teams, ask yourself this. If you were betting your mortgage, and I'm not suggesting anybody gamble, but if it's your money on the line, who do you think are the best 4 teams right now?
But Larry, if that's the case, then just say Las Vegas will pick the 4 teams.
Okay.
Don't give me the dog and pony show, because that's all we're getting.
Did they get it right, Tom Crawford?
Oh, he doesn't care.
Leaving the Big Ten out, they got right because the Big Ten in non-conference play had victories over teams of not over 500. I mean, there's no credibility. I mean, they didn't have a quality win as a league.
Florida.
Larry, if these teams play a play-in game in, let's say, Knoxville for hurricane relief or student athlete funding in some way, they could decide it. The three teams are pretty clear right now that Clemson, Oklahoma, they're going to be in Georgia, right?
Right.
So let these teams go at it.
Urban Meyer said something, and I love using people's words against them or at least work them in, because then it's hard to argue. Like, that we did our job in Indianapolis. Yeah, you did. What about Iowa?
Yeah.
That's where you didn't do your job.
Well, he lost a job in Iowa. That's where he lost
That's
it,
what
and
I'm
he never
saying,
got it back.
right? So we did our job in Indianapolis, but you didn't in Iowa, right? Each team in college football controls its own destiny. Went out.
You know the team I think has the biggest gripe, and nobody talked about it, is Wisconsin. Because Wisconsin is Alabama.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh, my God.
They lost one time.
That was the slowest team I've ever seen.
You know what?
Michigan.
Where's the scoreboard? Where's the scoreboard? Take one away.
Why? They lost one time. They played the same schedule as Alabama. Who did Alabama beat?
Tom, what do you think about the Big Ten here? They have the number 5, the number 6, the number 9 teams. Are you interested in these matchups at all? You have Ohio State, Southern California.
That's a W.
You have Wisconsin versus Miami.
That's an L because the Orange Bowl speed.
What about Penn State and Washington?
That's a W for Penn State. So 2 out of 3. Not bad.
Could be 3 pretty good matchups, though. It's not like the Big Ten was suddenly cast aside. It's just they didn't have one of the top 4 teams, right? Ohio State's been in that way.
Absolutely. And they've been outscored, what, 69-0?
Hey, they were outscored by 46 points in their 2 losses. All the losses combined in previous playoffs by 57 points. Ohio State lost twice by 46. We'll be right back looking at Michigan State.
The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
The Knapp Center is a historical hub for future business growth in beautiful downtown Lansing.
The Ide Company did the best they could to preserve the integrity of the history of this building while incorporating a modern open workspace.
They have been prompt, they have been efficient, and they really are a friendly, great group of people that we don't have any concerns about calling them for any of our needs.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
At Fabiano's Pizzeria, we're more than great pizza. We're family. We're friends. We're a team. Dough and sauce made from scratch. We're serious about quality. And we're honored to serve you. Fabiano's Pizzeria, Westphalia. Just down the road.
Let our family represent your family when it matters.
The road to treating cancer can take you in many directions, which is why at Sparrow, our team of doctors meet every day to discuss our patients' care. Together, we collaborate with trusted partners like Mayo Clinic to create a plan for the best treatment. And now, that road leads here. Introducing the Sparrow Herbert Herman Cancer Center.
Altogether, our family has had 6 vehicles that we've purchased from Sawyer's.
The experience working with Sawyer's was great. From the time you walk in, they're extremely helpful. I'm a Silverado guy. I've kept them for years and years, and they always do great. They get pretty good gas mileage, and being construction, that's important to me.
What I like best about the Malibu is all the accessories I get to play with and stuff. But the best part is probably that I get to drive them 3 years.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for a Going Green segment. Brought to you by Graf Chevrolet, a trusted friend with 103 years in the automobile business and home of the Peace of Mind program. Stop and see Matt, Mark, and Greg on West Grand River in Okemos. They'll take great care of you as they have on all 6 of my leases and purchases.
Basically, everything I've ever heard about the Holiday Bowl is extremely first class. Been a great bowl game throughout the years. It's a place we've not gone yet, so we're very excited about the Southern California alumni base, and Arizona base as well, being able to see us play. Washington State, another top 20 opponent, so it gives us an opportunity to play against a quality top 20 opponent and an opportunity to win 10 football games, which is very exciting to us as we move forward in the process here.
Michigan State coach Mark D'Antonio talking about a matchup on December 28th, the Washington State Cougars of Mike Leach. A little bit like the Northwestern offense, but maybe better, and that could pose a lot of problems for this Michigan State defense. Larry Lage, Mark D'Antonio went on after that and continued to talk about things he's going to concentrate on, and one thing he said is, we're just going to keep beating Michigan.
Yeah, he's 8-2 in the last 10 years. Sorry, Tom, just the facts. 8-2. As someone who grew up in Ann Arbor on both Schembechler football, who went to Michigan State, I never thought I would see the day that Michigan State would own this rivalry as they have, and he will still own a log on the fire with this, right? He'll just throw it on the fire to get Michigan State so fired up to play Michigan that Jim Harbaugh or any other coach that could possibly coach Michigan can't make Michigan want to win that game more.
Right.
And they're playing with house money, to stay with our Vegas theme from the last segment.
Yeah.
So it's all good. San Diego's a great place. Michigan State fans that are going to be so outraged by this, like, get over yourself.
You're playing a better team, and you're playing a great bowl game. I don't understand why.
In a great city.
Is there a difference between
humidity.
San Diego sun and Tampa sun? You get rewarded. It's warm.
And I think people like unique places, right? Has Michigan State ever been to San Diego?
Just for the Carrier Classic.
Now, in all
The basketball.
fairness, it is a little more costly to get to San Diego.
$1,000?
Yeah. I'm talking to some people today at the basketball game. I said, ooh, that's pretty hefty tag to get there. A lot of people from Michigan have property in Florida. They go to Florida for Christmas holidays anyway.
You can get a cheaper think of all the Spartans in California. I mean, think of the crew Magic Johnson could put together. And they'll go raise money from,
all the
rich
people showed up
donors
in
out there.
Portland.
Yeah.
There were a ton of Michigan State fans
I mean, the
from the
outrage
West
over
Coast.
this-
About recruiting, too. You can get
Sure, it's
recruiting
just
sources.
different. I mean, I think Michigan State fans have sometimes a little brother type
You
complex.
think?
Yes.
Find something
Get
to
over
complain
it.
about.
Scoreboard,
That's Michigan
8-2, right?
let
And
me-
like
let me put
D'Antonio
this so
said,
you can
we'll just
understand
keep
it, Kyle.
concentrating on beating Michigan.
Hammer, nail, bam. So you can understand. Northwestern has the biggest gripe. Northwestern was slotted for the Outback Bowl. They got jumped twice by Michigan State.
Michigan State was
and
right where they should have been.
Right? They were supposed to be.
Follow the money. Follow the money.
500 students
Alumni
go a game?
traveling,
Come on.
TV
Thank you.
viewers.
Exactly.
Follow the money.
It really is. If you're not, I hate to say
Life
it,
ain't fair.
if you're not in the playoffs, if you're not in the New Year's Six game, no one cares.
Tom, what do you make of this matchup with Washington State and the fact that Michigan State, chance to get 10 wins again? Mark D'Antonio now with 99 victories, just 10 less than Duffy Doherty. And he's done it in a lot shorter time.
Huge opportunity for Mark D'Antonio. I really think this is going to be a great match. Entertaining game. The air raid they call and Mike Leach, but they do run the ball a little bit better. So I right with your point, Jack. I think this is a better team than Northwestern.
Rico, I want to switch for a minute to all Big Ten honors this week. Can you explain to me how Joe Bocci Jr. does not make first or second team all Big Ten from the coaches or the media, and if the coaches say Michigan State doesn't have any of the top 44 players in the league, must have the coach of the year?
Because the Big Ten was really loaded at linebacker this year. And in all fairness, there were a lot of good linebackers all throughout the Big Ten.
Joe Bocci or Devin Bush?
Well, I was going to say, if you got to take somebody out, who are you going to take out? Devin Bush. Dirtiest player in the Big Ten, doesn't play good in big games. I didn't hear his name in Ohio State. I didn't hear his name against Michigan State at all, except for 15-yard penalty on this idiot.
Complain.
Oh, you
got
okay with
blocked.
that, Tom?
That's all you complain about.
Larry, who was better, Joe Bocci or Devin Bush? They're both good.
I think Bocci was more productive. Bush is more talented.
Yeah, absolutely. Higher ceiling.
Speaking of the University of Michigan, that 8-4 football team, we'll be right back here on Press
I
Pass.
love ceilings.
In the holiday spirit of giving, Fox 47 presents Giving Week. Log on and register to win at fox47news.com now. Each weekday starting December 11th, we'll give away great prizes like a $50 gift certificate to Texas Roadhouse, courtesy of Holt and Diamonddale Insurance Agency. Or how about $50 of shopping fun at Eastwood Town Center? These prizes and more await you as we say yes to Giving Week. Only on Fox 47.
Home. It means a lot of different things to different people. But one thing remains the same. An Applegate home will let you make comfortable memories any day of the year. No matter how hard the wind blows, no matter how biting the Michigan winter gets, your home is a special place. Heating, cooling, insulation, and electrical. Applegate Home Comfort.
Horsing around, Sundance, St. John's Savings, Buicks, and GMCs. Come see us.
Coach's All-American Pub and Grill. What makes us All-American? Enjoying great food with ice-cold beverages and friendly service. Watching the game on one of our 21 large-screen TVs. With a variety of fun indoor and outdoor entertainment every night of the week. Connecting with friends, dining with family, or catching the game, you'll always have a great time. Coach's All-American Pub and Grill. Great food, fun, and friends. It was a Saturday of smiles for Michigan State at Michigan Stadium. A sea of white amid maize and blue. A team that laid it all on the line with ferocious hits and a steady hand. For 59 minutes and 50 seconds, then all hell broke loose. Cherish the memories of October 17, 2015, and one of the greatest finishes in college football history. The Perfect 10 by Jack Ebling and Joe Rexroad. Available at drivewithjack.com, at SBS and Schuler Books, and on Amazon. Before time runs out.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we have a taste for adventure because the only way to know how good something can be is to go for it. Try our veggie smoothies, Island Green, made with spinach, kale, pineapple, banana, and mango. And Caribbean Sea Burst with carrots, mango, banana, orange, and goji. Adventure begins with never knowing until you try, but always expecting something great. Go for a veggie smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Emotional game played by emotional guys, yeah, same. Have the same regret. Wish the seniors could have gone out with a win. Well, they made plays. We made plays. They made that was they're part of the ball game where they were. They cracked a few runs and quarterback got out and made a play. We had a few mistakes offensively. We had a few mistakes defensively, and I think we had a few more than they did.
Instead of running comments from Jim Harbaugh about the bowl matchup, we thought we would just run post-game comments from any of the losses this year. We had
I wasn't here last week, so that's why you're doing the
Yeah, we thought we would, because you weren't here to comment on that. So it's for Tom Crawford. Here you see the matchup with Michigan and the Gamecocks. And instead of the South Carolina logo, I thought they should have just superimposed that shot of Jadeveon Clowney impaling Vincent Smith, right? Because that's the play
greatest hit
everyone remembers from
that. It had nothing. I literally thought he was decapitated. I saw the hair fly out.
Because the helmet flew out.
I thought he was dead.
Like. You thought his head was in the helmet.
I thought I witnessed a snuff film right there live on TV. I remember. I ran out the house. I was so excited. Like, oh my
so excited. He thought his head was off. He was so excited.
I thought I saw a snuff film. I thought he was dead. He's dead.
Was Taylor Lewan at left tackle? I can't remember.
Yes, he was.
Oh, yeah, he missed his guy.
Tom Crawford, what about this matchup? Hey, everyone thought it might be U of M and USC, but it's a different USC.
Another
and it's
fight
not in
for
Pasadena.
No.
And these are two teams that aren't ranked.
Well, this team did beat North Carolina State. I'm talking about USC. It's not. It's 8-4. They're not very good. I don't care who they're playing. I want a bowl win, as I said earlier, for Michigan. They got to go down there and they got to get good practices in the bowl. Get a W because they're opening to South Bend next year. Okay, because I want them to go in there with a loss, maybe 3 losses in a row, be just like last year. You can't have that. So it's got to be a good start. Set the tone for spring ball.
You should be used to this.
Rico, would you be surprised?
Next to you and being annoyed.
Would you be surprised if Michigan wins this game? Or do you expect that this losing streak continues and is 3 and counting heading into Notre Dame next year?
This is probably a game that they could win. I mean, South Carolina's okay. I mean, they're not great at anything. Michigan has a good defense. South Carolina's not going to light up the scoreboard. Michigan can't compete with you when you're lighting up the scoreboard. If you could play a slugfest game and make it the first one to 14 wins, they can win this thing.
Larry, you grew up few houses from Michigan Stadium.
13, as a matter of fact.
13 houses.
Pauline.
Not Pauline.
Close.
Can you put
Berkeley.
year 3 of the Jim Harbaugh era in perspective and look ahead to where's this program headed?
I think slightly below expectations for this season. I thought they'd be 9-3. They were 8-4. It will be the first time Jim Harbaugh doesn't win 10 games, but 1-5 against your rivals after 3 years. So when you look at the cumulative Harbaugh era so far, the sizzle doesn't match the steak.
What's the best win this season?
Wow.
Florida.
Florida, I guess.
Florida was 4-8. Tom, what do you think?
They did not beat a team with a winning record.
We all know
Did not
that.
beat a team with a
Close.
winning record.
You beat a team that went 6-6. You beat Purdue.
I'll
There
tell
you
you
go.
what,
Hang
it's
your
not
hat
so
on
much
that
who they
one.
won. I mean, there's 2 games that they could have won. They would have been 10-2. I mean, they should
There
have
are a
beat
lot of
Ohio
games they
State.
could have won over
Last
this.
year
Let me
they
tick
should
them
have
off
beat
for you.
Ohio
They could have beat
State.
Michigan
Nobody
State
looks at the
in
closeness.
2015 if
You
things
know
had
why?
broken
You know
right.
why I think Michigan didn't win either game? They did not run their running backs enough in both the
Well, they
Michigan
lost their-
State
they're down to
and the
their
Ohio
third-string
State game.
quarterback.
And I asked Jim Harbaugh, like, against Michigan State, what did you not like about the 6.2 or 5.7 yards Karan Higdon was making, a carry? And he's like, "You questioning my, my play calling?" And I said, "Well, I'm just maybe I'm missing
You
something."
don't think Jason
You're still
Peters could have
alive?
beat Ohio State? He could have beat Ohio State. He could have beat Michigan State.
Who?
Jason Peters.
What would have happened if Wilton Spate had been quarterbacking against Michigan State? Tom, you think the Wolverines would have won that game? Been quarterbacking against Ohio State, might have won that game. Michigan could have been in the college football playoff,
If Wilton
Tom.
Spate had not gotten hurt in the Iowa game last year, it was a residual injury. Or Brandon Peters, I'm talking about Jason.
See how close they were, Rico?
Okay, can
They
I
were
ask you
this
this
close.
question?
You got me upset.
Next year, who's going to be the quarterback? Because I'm tired of hearing, well, if
Peters.
this guy,
Brandon Peters. Brandon Peters.
It's not going to be
What about
Shea
Dylan
Patterson?
McCaffrey?
Dylan McCaffrey,
Joe
Shea Patterson,
Milton, the freshman
Joe
coming
Milton.
in. Could be Joe Milton.
To spin the wheel. And you know,
It's finally, you know
it's
what?
a built-in
It's finally
excuse.
Harbaugh's
It's
quarterback.
a built-in
He
excuse.
doesn't have any
Bob.
of Brady's quarterbacks. That's going to be a big
Jesus. He signed
I'm
off on
exhausted.
Corn. He signed off on him. Peters is
signed
his guy.
off.
Okay? You're the quarterback guru.
These guys.
Coach the
I'm
team.
completely confident about
I still think the
2018.
problem is you've got one of the best coaches in the country Sunday through Friday. He hasn't done the job on Saturdays.
You're right. And I think when you look back
So
at
you
the
give
games
up?
they lost that they could have won, we talked about this year's, go back to the Iowa game. Last year, Chris Evans was running all over Iowa, but he didn't get the ball enough. I don't think they run the ball enough, especially when they don't have quarterbacks
You
who
need
can
an
throw.
offensive line, Larry, to run the football.
Amen.
5 turnovers against Michigan State.
Wait till the next time with the
I
Stars.
got something
Can't beat
to
a
do with
team
it.
if you're going to beat
And they're
yourself.
still
You got to
throwing
get out
in
of your
the
own
end
way.
zone, They're 0-5 in turnovers.
We will be right back. Much more basketball and football to come. We'll talk Spartan Hoops up next here on Press Pass.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemus.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
Team spirit. Face paint. More cowbell. Dean Trailway's Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Say yes to your favorite nonprofit by submitting an application at fox47news.com.
clearing out our warehouse. Everything must be sold before year-end inventory. Winter installation? No problem. American Metal Roof's year-end warehouse clearance. Call 844 Metal Roofs or visit
Hi folks, I'm Jack Williams from Total Firearms and Pro Tackle Shop. Stop in and see us for all your fishing, hunting, and archery needs. Like us on Facebook.
Very, very well-earned win on our part because we beat I think, a great team. I thought our defense the first half was best it's been. Better than North Carolina game as far as taking some things away. We had a lot of guys that played decent. We had some guys that played real well, but we got to keep Jared Jackson in the game. And I thought, man, there was some tough calls, but that was a big difference in the game. I thought his length and his athletic ability and the fact that in the second half we just weren't quite as sharp to start.
Michigan State head basketball coach Tom Izzo a lot happier Thursday night than he was tonight. Rico Beard, how impressive was it to see Michigan State up 31-11 over the nation's number 5 team and have 13 of the game's first 14 rebounds versus the Irish?
Jack, it was very impressive. As a matter of fact, I came away that night saying, I think it's okay, Spartan fans, to say this team is just really good. And even, in the locker room, I asked Bridges, like, do you sit back and realize, like, how good you are? He's like, yeah, when I'm on the bench, sometimes I'm saying, wow, I'm not even out there. It was impressive, Jack. I mean, they dominated Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame didn't have any tall players. Bonzi's like 6'5", and he looked all of 6'5" whenever Jaren Jackson Jr. was on him. They just smothered them. They just imposed their will, and there was nothing Notre Dame could do.
Coming on the heels of the big win over North Carolina in Portland, Larry, hard to imagine 2 better back-to-back games for Michigan State.
Yeah, and it's during a run with 6 straight wins by at least 18 points with some ranked teams mixed in there. It's incredible. The 10-minute stretch that you talked about, I think it's the best 10-minute stretch I've seen an Izzo team play. I can't remember a better stretch. I think this is his best team. That doesn't mean it's going to be a national championship team because you got to win a national championship team to be a better team than that. But, they have so many parts. They're so deep. They're so talented. They're unselfish. They're good guys. They're well coached. And they're a joy to watch. And this is what sports are about, right? Get away from your life, go enjoy your diversion, whether you have a love-hate relationship, if it's the Lions, or you just love the Spartans, or the Wolverines.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of this thing, man.
Yeah. But just enjoy it from a basketball perspective.
Right.
Like, these guys are really good, and when somebody goes to block a shot against Michigan State, there's 2 or 3 people going after the same ball.
11-1 block shot advantage today against Nebraska. Tom, you look like you don't feel well.
No, I'm going to say something really nice about Michigan State, which I do quite a bit. When Miles Bridges does not play well, they still blow out a good team. He didn't have that stellar game. So much arsenal. I mean, my God, you got 4 NBA players in there. It's kind of scary. The depth they have up front, just the power of that front line and the depth of that front line. I think they're going to be a tough out. 18-0 in the Big Ten. You heard it here first.
And if they can keep Nick Ward and Jaren Jackson out of foul trouble, at least one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, good night.
Jaren Jackson was funny today after the game. He got that foul, 14 seconds. And
apparently that was miscommunication. That was a travel.
Oh,
they marked it in the scorebook but regardless, it was a turnover.
Okay.
But he thought it was. I thought it was. It was in the box score, but later they said no, it was a travel. But anyway.
Well, he said I normally get 4 or 5 of them, so I felt really good.
Yeah. and that's true, by the way. I went and looked at the game log. Unbelievable how much he's been in foul trouble and is still productive.
So what's the big
19 points against Duke with 4 fouls.
You know what, Jack?
Double-double today.
It's funny that you say that. What's the big challenge? This team's going to have to actually play like Wichita State. They're going to have to stay focused. Yeah. They're going to have to not get complacent because of the other teams and just try to stay on that razor's edge. And Izzo's going to have to make up fake controversy.
Rotation. Yeah. How do they work these guys out? They could put, like, somebody on it to create all these different permutations, and you can almost script it.
Had McQuaid at point guard.
They're going to have to get better,
In the
Tom,
tournament,
because
it'll
Duke is going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
So Michigan State better get better.
Well, Duke, I mean, I watched them against Indiana. It's like, my God, they kind of just toy with people.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan State just pounded Notre Dame. I mean, and Indiana's kind of hanging with them for 5 minutes to go with Duke. I mean, Duke's got to really get a tougher mentality. But Bagley is incredible.
McQuaid shooting is a huge key too.
Yeah.
Because they need outside shooting.
But that's hot and cold.
Yeah.
Right. And Winston's development in that department, and generalship, if that's a word, he has become a floor general. That and Langford's development, I think, are the two key reasons this team is meeting high expectations.
And Cassius might be their best outside shooter. We just had a shooting contest. He thinks he is anyway.
I don't think might be. I think he is, Jack.
Yeah, he is right now, for sure.
Tom, we talked about this before. When did the Spartans lose again?
They have a chance of losing when they play Purdue at home and many on the road. I think it's in February.
February 13th.
18-0, guys. 18-0.
18-0?
Yes, I'm hexing Michigan State.
That's a Jedi mind trick. That's a Jedi mind trick. I'm seeing right through that.
That's really not a hex, though. That's just called the truth.
Okay, whatever you want to call it.
I'm accepting the fact.
Cut down the nets, baby.
They're that good.
You know, Bob Knight said that one of the toughest things he had to do was coach against the game. When the Hoosiers for 2 years went 18-0, 36-0 in Big Ten play in the mid-70s.
Well familiar with that
That's
76 season.
pretty special stuff. We will be back, and we're going to go from the sublime to the ridiculous. That's right. The Detroit Lions up next. Took it on the chin again today in Baltimore. We'll be right back.
After reviewing the play, you should be driving a Honda from Capital Honda. During Capital Honda's Savings Rush, catch 2017 Honda Accord LX, 0 down, $219 a month. Score 2017 Honda Civic LX, $169 a month. Rush to Capital Honda today.
At Wonderbleed.com, you can create the most incredible personalized books the world has ever seen. It works for any child, girl, or boy. With a choice of brilliant stories, each one beautifully, wonderfully personalized. Create your personalized book at Wonderbleed.com and we'll send it right to your home. For a holiday gift they'll never, ever forget. Create some wonder. Visit Wonderbleed.com today.
Advanced technology and forecasting. Storm Shield weather. Only on Fox 47 News.
The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Law of the Jungle segment. Brought to you by Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, your healthy alternative to fast food. Eat Woody's and live longer. I'm talking about chicken shawarma with baked breast meat and hummus made fresh in a 3-day process. That's why I'm there every week. The Detroit Lions getting ready to implode the Silver Dome today, and wait for it.
Keep coming.
Wait for it. Couldn't even do that right, ladies and gentlemen. Waited until they got to Baltimore to explode a few hours later. Unbelievable.
Oh, I love it.
What a joke.
I mean, I didn't think
Not even
anything,
close.
nothing would top the Georgia Dome going down with the Marta
With a bus coming
going
up.
in front
I thought
of it.
that would.
And the Lions said, you know what? Hold my beer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Watch
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah, I love it. And you know, a bunch of former Lions staffers tailgated this morning, and to get together and say goodbye to the Silverdome, and they're all
they're
just
bummed,
like,
man.
they're like, can you believe it? I mean,
It's
unbelievable.
Lions. It's the epitome of the Lions. Like I said, I swear to God, I had that Star Wars moment that Obi-Wan Kenobi. Drew Sharp came in my living room, and we laughed so hard because I could just see him. Even the Lions can't blow up their own stadium. What a bunch of losers.
The Lions got stomped by the Baltimore Ravens, and then Matthew Stafford had his hand stepped on. What's left for this team?
Not much. Q taps. Can you somewhere back there? I mean, it's over. I mean, the only thing is the Lions will find out, is Jake Rudock our number 2 quarterback, because he's about to get a chance.
Does that pick 6 look pretty bad?
Right, but I mean, he's going to get a chance to game plan and get number 1 reps,
Right.
and because this does not look good for Stafford. We don't know for sure. And, of course, I'm going to the press conference tomorrow. I'm sure Caldwell still won't talk about it Monday because he'll say check the report. But
why are you being so negative?
Yeah, right? That's how I am. So that is the only glass half full view of what's happening right now because it is over.
Tom Crawford, the Lions, showed up about an hour late for the game again, as they have done most of this season. How much of that is an indictment of the leadership or lack thereof of Jim Caldwell?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with it. And also, it has a lot to do with not being able to run the freaking football. They got 78 yards rush. If you can't, I don't care what level of playing. Pop
64
Warner,
in a row now?
Yeah, you got to run the football. There's not a lick of balance to this team. They're down 20-0. You can see the body language. You can do the eye test on their whole the way they were looking. They were. I think they're going to go 8-8 at best. Doug Warren thinks 6-10. Maybe he's not outlandish.
I had 7-9.
You did, really, seriously.
With the games left, Rico, who wins more, the Detroit Lions or the Michigan Wolverines? Who finishes with the higher season win total? Michigan has a 2-game start. The Lions are at 6. Michigan's at 8.
Michigan.
Oh, you said something nice about Michigan.
No, I did.
No, I didn't.
Well, backhandedly.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Hey, real quick on the Lions. Caldwell, before the season, got a contract extension.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I mean,
the mighty
this
Quinn,
is like
man.
Millen.
What was the rush,
This
right?
is like,
Everybody
where
waiting
was
in
he
line
going
to
to
get him?
go?
Yeah.
Larry, I can tell. Why extend Matthew Stafford? Why
Well,
not
no,
just franchise?
now-
Why not franchise him 1 year and then see
I
what
don't
else
think
is
that.
out
I
there?
don't think that's.
Quinn?
I don't think
You don't
you
think
know
he's the
that's you're -1 now on your points. I'm
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey, the rookie's keeping the scoreboard. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
I'm sorry.
debut.
because
I'm
Matthew
calling it.
Stafford is just lighting it up and leading them right down to the
That
playoffs
Division
again.
2 playoff committee thing was on the money since then.
And what
It's
is
been
Stafford
downhill.
doing with this team?
Stafford.
It's not all his fault.
Stafford is the best they can do at the position. He is not a
When
problem.
you have no
He's
running
an
game,
asset.
how do you get by just on an aerial game in the NFL? How's that work?
There's
Does that work?
there's
Does that
other
work? No, it
quarterbacks who
doesn't
can
work.
do it.
All right, Rico, there's plenty of competition in the disappointment derby for Lions fans. But in light of the way the season started, and then people looked at the schedule and they said how soft it was going to be, Aaron Rodgers was out, where does this degree of disappointment rank?
I mean, it's same old Lions. I mean, who thought that they were going to win? Doug is like, he's the Lion expert, and he even
Gary
agreed
Baxter
with me.
from Fox 47 came on
Because
Drive with
Lions-
Jack, and he said he thought they could go 12-4.
Because
He's a
Lions-
passionate fan, though.
Right.
They're
He doesn't
suckers.
think- got love
This
goggles
might
on.
as well be Charlie Brown and Lucy.
That's like me picking Michigan 11-1. It's the same thing with Baxter and the
Right.
Lions.
It's Lucy pulling the football every year. And Lions fans think, this is the gear, this is the gear. And it's not. And I laugh at you every year because what do you expect?
You know what's wrong
But
with the
it's
Lions?
worse because you had no competition in your division.
And you know what? Aaron Rodgers will come back on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And beat the Lions
supposed to come back a week before that.
you know,
The Bears are gonna
just
beat
to
him.
put some salt in the wound. And do you have any
You
Woody
won your
samples,
games on
by
the
the
road.
way? I saw the
Stop there,
spot,
yeah.
right?
Exactly, yeah.
You won the games on the road, and it still is meaningless.
I figured out the Lions' problems. They have 2. They have bad players, and they have bad coaching.
They can't run.
How about General?
They
How about,
cannot
how about
run
the
the
mighty
ball.
Quinn? I thought he was the answer. Bob Quinn. Not?
Sexy chocolate.
The guy who gave Caldwell a contract extension with no leverage,
Not
that
a
guy?
good guy. Yeah. Patriots guy? Right?
Yeah. How much might he spend to rebuild this offensive line that yet again cannot get 100-yard rusher if they played 3 halves in the day?
Honestly, I think we spent 3.5 minutes.
You have to run the ball.
We have a new segment we're going to be introducing, brought to you by Dart Bank. Take it to the bank. We're going to have a series of predictions. You'll be able to keep track, pick along with us at home. We'll be right back with that and much, much more here on Press Pass.
Turn on the lights with Capital Lighting. Experience our full-service lighting showroom. Discover the hundreds of beautiful fixtures available to bring your home to life. Visit today at Capital Lighting of East Lansing, where bright ideas begin.
32 years of Christmas memories, all protected by their independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Happy holidays from Holt Diamondale Agency. Come see your hometown team today for all your insurance needs.
We're wheeling and dealing St. John's Savings, Buicks and GMCs, horses under $1,000, brand new pickup trucks, Buicks, over 1,200 used cars and trucks to choose from. We want to earn your business at Sundance, saving you money, having fun. Come see us.
Ta-da! I'm an imaginary friend of a kid just like you.
You probably have lots of questions.
But look, we'll get through this together.
Simpsons are on the move. Catch them every weeknight at 11 tonight.
It was a Saturday of smiles for Michigan State at Michigan Stadium. A sea of white amid maize and blue. A team that laid it all on the line with ferocious hits and a steady hand. For 59 minutes and 50 seconds, then all hell broke loose. Cherish the memories of October 17, 2015, and one of the greatest finishes in college football history. The Perfect 10 by Jack Ebling and Joe Rexroad. Available at drivewithjack.com, at SBS and Schuler Books, and on Amazon before time runs out.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Working with the IDE company, 1, is very easy to do. 2, they're very responsive to our needs. And 3, as we've grown as a company, they've listened to those needs and they've helped us plan out our future in terms of growth that needs to be done at this location.
It's just comforting to know I'm working with the IDE company, knowing that they can accommodate our growth. In that way, they're an excellent partner.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the IDE Company family.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for Take It to the Bank, a new segment brought to you by Dart Bank, dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years, with 4 convenient locations in Mason, Holt and South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded Home Loan Center in Frandor. That's Dart Bank for what matters most. All right, gentlemen. Time for this new segment, and any prediction you have can be a little wimpy, it can be bold, whatever you like. We're going to assign points. We're going to keep track of these predictions. Tom Crawford, what can you take to the bank?
Well, we had Jay Billis on our show the other day, and he's talking about it'd be a squeaker if the Michigan Wolverines make the NCAA tournament. And I'm saying you can take it to the bank. They will make the NCAA tournament. They got 3 freshmen. They're playing very well, including Jordan Poole. I know the guy right next to me doesn't think they'll make the tournament. He thinks it's just Michigan State and everybody
can I
else.
ask a question? Does play-in count as making the tournament? That's a legitimate question.
Dayton, right? Dayton.
Does play-in game count as making the
John
tournament?
Beilein's teams typically it's a slow grow, and they by mid-January they'll start catching fire, learning the offense, all these young players, and so I'm taking the bank that they'll, when it comes Selection Sunday, that they'll be in the NCAA tournament without a play-in game. They don't have to go to Dayton.
I'm picking the Wolverines to finish 4th in the Big Ten, so I'm going to give you 1 point for that. Rico Beard, 1 point. I think that is not a bold prediction. Rico Beard, what are you going to take to the bank?
All right, here's what I'm taking to the bank. It's the first time. I don't know if I should be conservative or just come and hit it hard, but I only know how to do it one way. So, Michigan State basketball's next loss will be February 13th at Minnesota. That will be their only loss in the Big Ten.
So you have them going more than 2 months Without
hell,
a
I got
loss
them
at
going
this
18-0,
point?
man.
Go ahead and give me that 3. Bring it up. Deep.
Bang! It's a 2-point prediction, Larry
come
Lage.
on.
2! That's worth 2.
That's not 2.
You were on the line.
That's
That's worth
18-0.
2.
There could be 18-0.
Where's the commissioner? I'm throwing the flag.
Save all those hankies. Michigan might need it in the Outback Bowl. Larry Lage, what can you take to the bank this week?
Unlike these veterans, I'm going to make a prediction a little sooner.
All right.
The Pistons,
yes,
the team no one is talking about in this state, that not many people are going to see, will beat the Golden State Warriors and the Celtics next weekend at Little Caesars Arena. I'm not making any predictions about the attendance, but I will say that they will win back-to-back games against the Warriors and the Celtics to tell the NBA we're for real.
I think that's a 3-point prediction. To nail both of those games. That's
what if
worth
they win
3,
one?
ladies and
If they win
gentlemen.
one of them, it's off. You didn't
And
get it.
unlike
said
Jaren
both.
Jackson's 3, I'll have a rotation, but I'll miss.
Tell you what, they looked good last
Jaren
night,
Jackson
Larry.
has the softest
They're 14-8.
knuckleball I've
not
ever
that good.
seen.
My prediction goes 2 months. He picks 2 games, and he gets 3.
Next
I get
week,
2.
though, you
Look
guys
what he
are like,
picked, though.
Right, I'm
Instead of
saying
beating
they
Golden
can't
State and
lose.
Boston.
They can't lose.
oh yeah, Southern Utah. Ooh,
Who are they
risky.
playing?
For the next 2
risky.
months.
Rutgers.
Are there
I mean,
any
quick
games in that
turnaround.
span where they won't be favored? They'll be favored in every one
Every
of those
game, they're
games.
going 18-0. If they don't go 18-0, they suck. That's something you heard that right here.
That's at least a 2-pointer.
All right, my prediction is,
Get out.
Just gotta wait
regardless
2
of
months for it. That's all.
who is responsible, how would it come down, as long as Michigan is going to Florida and Michigan State's going to California, Michigan State fans very bitter over this and always will be, and they're going to blame Mark Hollis, they're going to blame Jim Delaney, they're going to blame the position of the moon, they're going to blame a lot of things. Tom says they're just a bunch of crybabies.
Wine.
But
Cheese for the wine.
I'm with you on that.
It's the Michigan M. We know it's about. Stands for money, ladies and gentlemen. Stands for marketing. Doesn't stand for victories.
We sure know it
So
ain't
that's
upside
something
down
else.
W standing for wins.
Ooh, point. You're back to even. That's
All right,
another
you got a
point.
bonus point. Rico gets a bonus for
He's
that
even.
one.
He's even.
We'll be right back with more. Our Culver's Weekly Awards coming up next here on Press Pass.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemus.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
Team spirit. Face paint. More cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
Say yes to Right This Minute, weekdays at 9 on Fox 47.
MSU Federal Credit Union will help start your kids out on the right financial path. Teach your children how to save money in all stages of their lives with MSU FCU's youth accounts. Stop in today or visit msufcu.org for more information.
You work hard for your money and you deserve to keep it. Why pay $1.99 to jumpstart your insurance for 7 days when you can start a 6-month policy for less? 30 days with Stop One Insurance costs less than 7 days with them. Everyone approved, no matter your driving history. Guaranteed. Call today, save today.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for a cool and smooth segment brought to you by the 4 Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Since 1984, Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with scrumptious Butterburgers and premium frozen custard. That's Culver's. Welcome to delicious. All right, Team 219, who has been as cool and smooth as a Culver's mint explosion this week. Rico Beard, what about our play of the week?
Play of the week, Jack. So different ways you can go with it. You know, I like what Cassius Winston did today. Hit the three-pointer, hit every part of the rim, a la Drew Neitzel against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then he made the basket at the 4-point play. But there was a play, and for you NBA fans out there, you may know where I'm going with this. Former Spartan Gary Harris went straight video game. He did a 360-degree spin move in the lane and finished with a finger roll. You don't see that. Not a dunk, but it was just a sweet old-school finger roll after going around the Lakers. Bang. Has to be Gary
See,
Harris.
it all goes back to Sparty with you.
No,
Everything is Sparty.
Have you seen this?
It's going to become known as the Harris.
Have you seen this, Tom?
Yeah, I
You're
saw it.
showing your ignorance.
I
right
saw
now.
it this morning.
Was there a Jordan Poole play that you'd rather have, Tom? Anything you can nominate? I've got one, actually, from the Notre Dame game, because it was perfect Tom Izzo basketball. You get the Jaren Jackson block. You get Cassius Winston hustling, coming up, throwing a lob. A little too high for Nick Ward, but not too high for Miles Bridges. And the look on Nick Ward's face, he looks at the official like, I just got fouled by my own teammate.
He got posterized by his own teammate. Usually,
he was looking like, what do we call it? Tech? What is that?
Miles Bridges had a baseline dunk today, and the Nebraska defender was like, I'm not getting in that video.
What about our game of the week, Larry Lynch?
I'm going to go with the Michigan State-Notre Dame game because it's the one I saw in person. I didn't get to see their other big-time games. That was so impressive, offensively, defensively. As I said, I think this is Tom Izzo's most talented team. It's his biggest team. It's his deepest team. It has to win a national championship to be his best team.
Yeah.
But it sure is fun to watch. Sitting in the front row in the corner with you guys, it's a treat. And to hear the game and see the game that close, and this team's really good, and you don't get to see a team this good that often.
Got something else for a game of the week or event of the week that you saw last night, but we'll get there in just a minute. Tom Crawford, what about our team of the week?
Honorable mention to the New England Patriots. They beat Buffalo today. That's 10 wins. For 15 years in a row, the Bills have won 10 games. The Lions can't get to 10, period.
And you can't make a point without Michigan. Wait, you were just talking about him. Tom Brady. That's honorable mention.
Let it go.
That's honorable
Let it go.
mention.
He can't help himself. Let it go. I'm living right here.
Honorable mention. Okay.
All right, that's honorable mentions.
The winner is University of Central Florida. 2 years ago, they came to Ann Arbor. That was an 0-12 team. Scott Frost had them 12-0 this year. I saw them play against South Florida. I thought it was a brilliant game. It's a great team, and good luck for them against Auburn. And so I just think that we got to give them some love.
You know what?
They went 12-0.
I like how they gave the tweet saying, we sent you out with a trophy and go back home.
Go take your $35 million and bye-bye.
I mean, that was a classy way to do it. I mean, they just said, hey, we had great times together. Let's get one more trophy.
Anyway.
Yeah. And Scott Frost headed to Lincoln, and he can talk about how that 1997 team should have been not a co-champion, just an outright champion.
I think he should have waited. I think that Oregon job's going to come open. He should have took that.
No,
instead.
go to his school.
He wanted to go home, the prodigal son.
Phil Knight checkbook.
Okay, it's Jack's
There you go.
All right, how about our player of the week? And lots of ways we could go with this in football, lots of ways in basketball. But how about Bath's own Amanda Bobby Cooper? In UFC last night at Little Caesars, what a crowd they had there, Larry. Great event. And she had an opponent been chirping at her all along, said she was going to beat her up in front of her mother and all that. Pow! Second round TKO. Congratulations, Amanda Bobby Cooper. Did the area proud with that. Want to thank our panel, Bluebelly Tom Crawford. He's with us every Tuesday and Thursday. Rico Beard, catch him on the Spartan Beat, weeknights from 6 to 7. Michigan Associated Press sports editor Larry Lage, you see him at Breslin Center. We will be back next Sunday, everyone. For all of us here at Press Pass, have a great week.